Why, Mr. Islam in London? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh, brother. Yeah, I'm just telling you just a couple of points raised regarding Qadir Mullah's trial. Qadir Mullah is the man, so far we know that he did MA degree in 1975 from Dhaka University. He was a student of Dhaka University between 1972 and 1975, which was Awami League times. However, and nobody raised any question about his killing and this and this things. His 600-700 people he was killed. This is one of the blame given to him by this tribunal.
So you say he wasn't accused before this tribunal was set up?
Yeah, before the tribunal and after the tribunal set up, actually. In that time, it's similar in that time.
Right.
But nobody, he killed 600-700 people, and nobody raised any case or put any case against him until after 40 years he would put the cases. How many government they put? Why? He was such a criminal or such a murderer. Why they take it so long time? They had enough chance presently, and he was studied at that time, 1970 to 1975, in Dhaka University. He was a teacher of a vice principal of a college, but nobody raised any issue. Why army governor, when he come power this time, they raised this tribunal, this and this thing, he did murder, this and this thing. And I think so far I remember, 25 of witness. I think apart from the 20, 24, 22, they claim that they have heard, they haven't seen that he did crime.
Right.
And three of them, they were when the solicitor the put question to them, they said, oh yes, they agreed that at the end, yeah, they haven't seen as well, and they just heard from there.
Right.
This is a lot of issue. And second thing is that the people are saying that a lot of people is demonstrating against this trial, this because he has to be hanged. He has to be hanged. I must tell you that this is the Awami League people. This is not the Bangladeshi. Bangladesh is a part of.
So it's a political.
It's not the people or general people. It's the Awami people as well as some secular people. Yeah. So this is truth actually, and the Awami media. Whether all of the media is either forcefully or whatever, where they control Awami League, and Awami League is a brutal government. Now we see everywhere from the international community.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Islam, for your views. Well, if I come to you, it's been a little while since I've come to you. Do you want to respond to some of these comments that have been made? The one I'd like to go to first is what Muhammad Roof raised, which is about the War Crimes Tribunal being independent is fair and everything else, and that, you're here to apologize on behalf of Jamaat.
First of all, let's say I don't have any political affiliation. I've been a human rights campaigner for the last 12, 13 years. So now what we need to look at is the opposition, the Jamaat opposition have put forward a list of concerns. The international community put forward a list of concern. Now, we're not getting a valid response. The response we're getting is yes, they are fair, yes, they are independent. We don't want them to tell us it's fair, it's independent. We want them to tell us, what do you say about the abduction? What do you say about the Skype scandal? What do you say about this collusion between government and members of the judiciary? What do you say about the defense harassment? What do you say about the fact that you failed to include any of the instruments of international law? What do you say about the fact that when you've switched from international to domestic, you abandon all the domestic rights the accused should get? So these are serious questions. You had one caller saying, trying to imitate the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, where if there is any sort of criticism against this tribunal or against the government, then all of a sudden traitors or enemies of Bangladesh. Now, I'd like to know, since when did Amnesty International become an enemy of Bangladesh? Since when Human Rights Watch in New York become enemy or conspired against Bangladesh? Since when International Bar Association become the enemy of Bangladesh? It's not me drawing up these list of concerns. These are being raised by international human rights organisations.
So do you, we're coming to the end of our program very soon. Do you think this tribunal is actually going to help, heal any of the wounds, or is it just, is it likely to make it worse?
It is. Unfortunately, it's going to bring what the current ruling party and the Prime Minister is doing is, unfortunately, sowing the seeds of hatred, more political instability in years to come. I mean, this is if this tribunal continues, it's going to bitter hatred towards this ruling party, ruling government, and it's very clear. I mean, in fact, this tribunal has, in a way, strangely exonerated the accused, because they've been sort of almost desperate and kamikaze. They failed to put forward any real solid evidence. They failed to adopt a basic mechanic of international law and domestic law. So it's exposed the vindictive politics of Awami League.
Well, one thing that one of the callers, Mohammed Roof, mentioned, which is that he said the Awami League and Jamaat might have done a deal about Abdul Qadir Mullah so he doesn't get the death sentence, which kind of, do you think the only death sentence that's been issued so far is against someone who's not in the country, meaning it's not going to happen? And it wasn't issued against, because if they do hang someone, it will bring about such instability that the country will be in turmoil.
Unfortunately, you do hear a lot of bizarre claims from different political parties, but the opinion I can give myself at this moment is who are they trying to kid? Maybe they're not giving him the death penalty right now is to show the international community that there's no interference, they have no hand in the tribunal, which in fact is completely untrue. So it could be just another tactic of the ruling party, just to show people that they don't have any hand in the tribunal. And this gathering in Dhaka, saying protesting against in support of the death penalty. Now, if you go online and if you read the Bangladeshi media, they're constantly encouraging people to protest, and it's so one-sided. The government are encouraging people to come out on the streets to protest against in support of the death penalty. So this is
sure. And finally, literally, we've got about 40 seconds. What one of the callers said about forgiveness and moving on, is that ever going to happen?
Absolutely, very important. I mean, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, let's not forget, did say we are a forgiving nation. We are going to forgive. Let's forgive. And a deal was made where Pakistani war criminals were sent back. Now, unfortunately, it's not, the hatred within Awami League isn't going to disappear. I think it's to do a lot. It's to do with something more bigger than that. If I can just read out this very quickly, it's a leaked cable from the U.S. State Department. Voiced concerns. U.S. State Department stated there's little doubt that hardline elements within the ruling party, Awami League, believe that the time is right to crush Jamaat and other Islamist parties as we make